Welcome to Imagine Otherwise, the podcast about the people and projects bridging art, activism, and academia to build better worlds. Episodes offer in-depth interviews with creators who use culture for social justice and explore the nitty-gritty work of imagining otherwise. I'm your host, Cathy Hannabach. Welcome to the Imagine Otherwise podcast. I'm your host, Cathy Hannabach. In this short pilot episode, I want to introduce you to the show and why I started it, as well as let you know about the guests and topics coming up in future episodes. So let's start off with why Imagine Otherwise. This podcast grew out of my longtime commitment to progressive social justice work that harnesses the braid of art, activism, and academia. In short, I want more of us. I want more progressive, social justice-oriented folks who combine the intellectual platform and methodologies of academia, the creativity and wonder of art, and the fire and rage of activism to create the worlds we want. I want more brilliant books that ignite ideas, more art that sparks protests, and more activism that historicizes and critiques, as well as more communities that can enact the change they need. The most vibrant and world-changing work happens at the intersections of feminist, racial justice, disability, queer, anti-capitalist, and transgender social justice movements. Artists, scholars, performers, bloggers, filmmakers, novelists, zine makers, women's studies and ethnic studies professors, nonprofit directors, community organizers, and public intellectuals. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to check out our first full episode, featuring an interview with Minha T. Pham, who's a media studies professor and truly interdisciplinary cultural producer. Minha's academic research, her public writing, and her two awesome critical fashion blogs, Of Another Fashion and Threadbare, co-authored with Mimi Nguyen, push for a more critical conceptual framework of fashion, particularly in relationship to racially gendered labor. Thanks for listening to another episode of Imagine Otherwise. Editing for this episode was done by Julie Leonard. Make sure to check out our website, imagineotherwise.com, for show notes, episodes, and links to the books, projects, and people we discuss. You can also subscribe to the Imagine Otherwise podcast on iTunes.